How many times have you laid down with somebody that you trusted? It's wrong.
If talk is cheap,
Then let's talk truth.
what do you consider truth?
Being honest in every aspect or saying what others are afraid to say.
Let's be honest, the truth can be ugly sometimes.
So why do we disguise it with pretty white lies?
We're going to talk about things that you often think about but are afraid to say
So join us each week
on Facebook Live.
as we talk truth with Jay and D Hall.
Hi, this is Jay. I'm back with Let's Talk Truth with Jay and D Hall. We were talking about blood and thickening water, and I'm re-recording this because the first 9 minutes of the program was very glitchy, and I apologize for that. Our internet was experiencing some technical difficulties, and it seemed like that's happening every week. But I want to send a shout out to Daryl. Happy birthday! We miss you here on the set. I hope you're enjoying your trip down there in Las Vegas. We'll see you back next week. But we're talking about blood is thicker than water. And when we talk about this, most commonly you find this term being used by the black sheep of the family. And the reason why that's being used by the black sheep of the family is because, a lot of times we feel ostracized. We don't feel like we're connected with the family. My sister, Kiana, Shell, Dolores, Crystal, and Sharice, and Linda, they have all been people that are not, well, some of them are not per se of my family, but they have been my sisters, like for real, like more than my own blood sisters have. And it's crazy because I know I could call them at any point in time and that they will be there for me. And, so in my experience with blood as being thicker than water, I'm going to say no, it's not, because at the end of the day, I can get more for them than I can get from my own family. I mean, the truth of the matter is, we talk about in terms of, your siblings. I mean, I had just last year, my brother pulled out a gun on me. My younger brother pulled a gun on me. He actually came over to my house, loaded the gun, pointed the laser at me, and cocked the gun back. I mean, because of some he say, she say stuff that my older sister lied on me and said. I mean, like, for real, you would lie on somebody and you would be willing to take that person's life away from their kids. Like, what's wrong with us? What's really wrong with us? Like, really, this is the boy that I helped move out here to where I'm at, gave him a car, furniture, and like to go to that extent, and still has not yet to this day apologized. Like, for real? Like, what are we doing? And then on top of that, being in cahoots with, people to turn against me. Like, I don't understand why we as a black people or a black nation do that to one another. We're, crime on top of crime, black people killing black people, all that stuff. It's crazy to me. It used to be a time to where we could actually come together and reason, but I mean, we're the only nation that's prejudiced against ourselves. I don't get it. I don't get it. So in my opinion, no, it's not thicker than water. I wish it was, but it's not. It's most often a balance, unbalanced, because then you have pastors that know that their daughter is having sex with, people and gotten pregnant and so she could still praise and lead the praise and worship team. You cover it up and get her married. I mean, what is the balance in that? I mean, seriously, like, what are we doing? It's very unbalanced when it comes down to that. And I just think that, another situation where a young lady, mother died, and she sold the mother's house twice and got about $120,000. And of that money was supposed to be split it 3 ways. Well, the older brother said that I don't even want the money, just give the money to my other brother. So he had a chance to gain $80,000, but because you didn't like her sister or his wife and his kids, you beat him out of $80,000 for real. What? And I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm talking to you, Jametta Jones. You wrong. You are wrong. I mean, the very fact that you want your brother in your life because you've lost your older brother now, but you want this brother in your life. If you really want him in your life, go back to the deed of what you did that was wrong and get that right. And then apologize. You don't apologize after you done beat somebody out of $80,000. I mean, like, who does that? Who beats somebody out of $80,000? Like, that's crazy. And then you want his forgiveness? Wow. That's wow. No, you need to get that right. You need to get it right. And then talk about asking for forgiveness. I mean, that's crazy to me. And I don't know if you guys heard about the situation on Facebook where a young lady was revealing her pregnancy to her husband. And when I watched it, I mean, he didn't look like he was happy. Hey, sometimes, men are not happy or women are not happy that they're pregnant or whatever, or expecting kid. But what was interesting, the next day, my sister went back to watch it and she found out that the man actually murdered the wife, the pregnant wife, and the 2 kids that they had already had together, and buried them in, his refinery where he worked at. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I'm sure when this lady married this man, she married this man, thinking that he was going to be a protector, not a killer. I just like, what are we doing? Like, for real, that's crazy to me. Happy to give this man another life, and he turns around and takes it. I just don't understand that. And moving forward, we're talking about blood is thicker than water. I have a pressing issue with, a girl by the name of Selena Taylor went live last year. And, I don't know why I keep saying last week. And she went live with a girl that had contracted HIV. And the girl was just coming out about her story. And this, went viral. I think it went to like 14 or 17K of people watching. Out of the 17,000 people that was watching and sharing this video, I think she got only but $1,000 in help. And the situation was she got put out of her home. She couldn't go to work because she was weak, or so she lost her job. I don't know where her kids is at, but she was asking for help. And instead of you guys taking a situation that's in need, you took and spreaded her truth around and talked about her. And this other girl that was trying to help her share her story, trying to make it look like the girl was using her just to get money. Like, for real, like, who does that? Who does that? I seen the video. The girl she never wished this on her worst enemy. You could tell that she was very hurt. And we ostracized her as a culture, and dismantle and talks about it and pass it around to 17,000 people and don't help. All she can get is $1,000. Like, for real? Like, that is not cool. It's not cool. Why would we feel comfortable in taking something that is a hurtful situation or a painful thing to even reveal and spread it around and instead of helping? And here's what the problem is. The Bible says, he that's without sin, let them cast the first stone. And when Jesus used that parable, because he knew that there was nobody that could cast a stone on this woman, because the simple fact was, y'all got some sin too. And half of y'all that's going around talking about this young lady, a lot of y'all could be sitting with HIV. I pray that it's not true, but a lot of y'all could be sitting with HIV, because if you know anything about HIV, it can lie dormant in your body for over 10 years before you even realize you have it. So what? She laid down with a man that she trusted. How many times have you laid down with somebody that you trusted? It's wrong. It's wrong. And the sad thing about it is you talking about her, but what about her kids that have to suffer through this, not having a mom, if that came to the case? Miss Cinnamon, I want you to know that I did not share that video, but I did speak to a doctor friend of mine in North Carolina. Her name is Dr. Pamela Sowell, and you guys heard me mention her on the show last week. She is what you call an apothecary. I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? She's an apothecary, one of the few in that region, and she practices an herbal supplements that can help boost your immune system to fight off anything that your body may contract as far as infections or coughs or whatever your body can't fight. This supplement that she has works well with medication, and it can help boost your immune system to fight off these different types of things that try to attack your body. And she's on standby waiting to send you the stuff. So if you would please, I already inboxed Selena. I left Selena with my number. I actually talked with a couple of Selena's friends, and they talked to Selena, and I want you to know that help is on the way. And I'm going to also say this, Selena, I think it's powerful that you are standing in the gap for this young lady to see her get a home by asking for money. But I'm also going to say that I know people right there in Jackson that have several homes that could not only give her her home, but not miss it, not one bit. And I understand that you've said that people can send money to Jimmy, and he's a wonderful guy. And Jimmy, I apologize that I didn't mention you last week because I'm in charges to my heart. But he is a man of God. I knew that God was calling him to be a pastor years ago. But I think that's wonderful. But I'm saying to you, Jimmy, you can get with some of those pastors around here, and I'm getting ready to call one out. Bishop Ira Combs. Several houses in Jackson that could help her out. I mean, the man is not hurting, not one bit. And if we're a man of God like he and other ministers want to believe that they are, then put your money where your mouth is and start helping your community. For real, okay? I'm calling you out. And I know that Elder Treadway, Dennis Treadway, is on my page. I know Sister BJ Watts, she's on my page and stuff like that. So I know you're seeing this, and you can get it back to him. You can say the JL called him out. I did it. I'm not scared, because at the end of the day, you're saying that you're a pastor, you're saying that you're for God's people, then put your money where your mouth is at. Because at the end of the day, this is one of God's least little ones that is in need of help. And if you can, and I know you can help this girl, and maybe you might be the only God that she will see in anyone that is in Michigan. But we don't have to believe or hope that people help her go fund me the money, because after the money wears out, then what? You can give her a house. You could, and not miss it, because you're living in a nice house, one of the second houses that you just built. So I know hey, I said it. And you can call me if you don't like it, because I've left the letter with you. You know my number. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I know you can do it. So, yeah. There you have it. We're believing God for you. I'm handling your life. I want your life to be expanded and lengthened. And I believe that this medication that Dr. Soil, or this herbal supplement, that Dr. Soil has for you, it can lengthen your immune system and lengthen your strength. And that's what we want. We want you to be around for your kids. And you're going to be around for your kids. I speak life into you. And I want you to know that that as a black man in a black community, that someone does care, and they care enough to say what you're not able to say, or that Selena wasn't able to say, or whoever. I'm saying it. And at the end of the day, I want to see results. I'm putting together through my book. We have it's called The Power to Build a Man. I have a workbook that and I think in the near future I'm working with producers and stuff like that, where me and Daryl will start traveling to different areas, teaching people on how to be authentically true to them. Okay, it's about time that we dream again, and that we set out to do our dreams. Black people are some very powerful people. We just don't know it. We got singers, we got doctors, we got rappers, we got lawyers, judges, we got NBA basketball players. We can do so many things, and when we do it, we master it. But one thing we have not been able to master is getting our foot off of another black person's neck that's trying to come up. we don't want to see other people make it before we make it. I don't understand it. And that really heavily in Jackson. Y'all really got it bad about, trying to tear down people that are trying to make it. It needs to stop, because at the end of the day, none of y'all can cast a stone, because y'all all in Jackson. And guess what? I believe that you can do greater things by coming together as a community. And that's why I'm talking to you, because I'm willing to come. I'm willing to come, do whatever I need to do to help this girl get in a situation. And at the end of the day, if somebody can, give her, Elder Combs, Bishop Combs, a house, then, my record shows I do what I say I'm going to do. I'll furnish the house. Have no problem in doing it. Making sure her kids have beds, furniture, and everything. And I have my camera girl sitting right here. She'll tell you she's seen me do it for even one of my own relatives. I'll do it. I will. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn. What I'm trying to say is that it's about time that we start caring about one another. So Cinnamon, I want you to know that JL and D Hall, I'm sorry he's not here today, but we do stand in the gap for you, and we are believing for your success. We are believing for you to be healthy, prosperous, even as your soul prospers. And we want you to know that we care and that we do love you. And Selena, I commend you. I commend you. Y'all need to get off of Selena. So what, she has a past, so do you. And if walls could talk, and if I was a fly on the wall, your past would be speaking louder than hers, okay? This is a woman that has trying to make a change and trying to do something good, and then you're going to talk about her past. Guess what? You ain't without sin either. You have a past too. We all have a past. And so, I think it's very, very petty and childish that you don't want to give her, the money to help this girl. Well, then if that's the case, then do something else. Stop talking about her. Hey, I don't want to send you no money, but I can do this. Let's be real, for real, because this is crazy. It's crazy. You take a situation that is a sad, sad situation and make it like this. And to this young man that infected her, I hear that you're going around infecting a lot of people in Jackson, Battle Creek, Albion. Shame on you. You are of the devil, okay? It is a diabolic craziness for you to do something to somebody. Somebody trusted you and opened their legs up to you, and then you inject them with something that you know that you are carrying around. Guess what? That is called premeditated murder, and you can be charged for it. And I'm going to tell you, just like you found out that somebody had infected you with something without your knowledge and without your willingness, and how it made you feel, why would you want to inflict that on someone else? You is crazy. It's wrong. It's wrong. And there's a spot for you if you don't get it right. Get that thing right. That girl didn't deserve that. I don't care if she did open her legs up to you. So what? We don't open our legs, and I don't open up legs, a lot of legs. It's wrong. It's wrong when you know that you're infected with something. She trusted you. I'm sick of these down low brothers, trying to be with a woman and trying to be with a man too. That's crazy. Choose and stop being double-minded. If you're going to be with a man, be with a man. If you're going to be with a woman, be with a woman. But stop trying to mingle the both. That's crazy. That's crazy. And women don't deserve to be subjected to it, and neither does a man deserve to be subjected to it if a woman is doing it. It's crazy. And I'm not for all this whatever goes, and you be what you want to be and you do what you want to do. That is some sick, twisted stuff. You're going to be with a man, keep your behind on a man. But if you're going to be with a woman, be a man and be with a woman. Stop trying to mingle with the two. That's crazy. You stop going around infecting people. Sit your nasty ass down. That's wrong. It's wrong. And now this girl and her kids got to deal with it. It's wrong. Makes me that pisses me off. It really does. And so it's wrong. I'm praying for you. I got your back. I hope that that someone hears this. I know that the two that I named can, and I thank Jimmy and and Johnny Walker. They're both men that I believe that are of God, and I do know that use your resources. Come on now, for real. For real. I'm doing my part. I'm not just sitting on here talking about what y'all can do. I'm doing some things myself. And like I said, I left Selena my number. I inboxed her maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. I haven't heard from her yet. I actually called some people. Matter of fact, I'm going to mention their names. Their names are Michelle and Jamiko Palmer. I thank God for you guys. I mean, I love your heart. Every time I go to put something on Facebook, going live, they're always great supporters of this show. And I want you to know I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, your encouragement, your help, your prayers. I really do appreciate it, because it's not easy getting up here doing this. It's not. It's not easy coming up talking about things that most people want to stay away from. It's not easy. But I thank you, and I thank you. And let me just tell y'all something. You know what? We want this to go live. We want this to go further than just the studio. We want to go to the nation. Dr. Soel got us over in Belize. They're listening to us over in Belize. I mean, so we're already nationally known. But we want to go further. We want to start taking this thing on the road. I'm going around doing live talk shows on the road, talking about people and helping them develop their truth. And we want to take this to the radio. We want to do big things with this. But it all starts with you guys liking. Just starting with this, just a like. Just a like. And a share. Guess what? All you got to do is this. Like. And then share it. And then let that person share it. Just share. Just like you guys took that girl viral on some negative bull crap, you could take us viral on some positive things. Because guess what? We want people to experience truth and experience their truth. I did the second episode again because we had a lot of glitches in it. I hope I covered every area in this, but I want you to know it is time out for the bull crap. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry, but my studio is starting to get loud. So we're getting ready to tune out. Listen, let's continue to talk truth with Jay and D Hall. That's what we're doing. We're going to continue talking truth, and we're going to continue calling out some things and talking about some things that other people just afraid to talk about. And Cinnamon, please inbox me. Selena, get with me, set her up to get with Dr. Soel. Dr. Soel has a book called Hell in the Hallway. And let me give you her website, because I did real quickly. For those that are infected, that have HIV in Jackson or in Battle Creek, that need something to help. Website, and I'm going to spell it because it's A as in Apple, S as in Sam, H as in Harry, E as in Edward, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, H as in Harry, S as in Sam. Botanica, BOTANCIA, and it's at wixsite.com. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page so you guys can go and look it up. But she is on standby to kind of help the community, especially you, Cinnamon. She wants to. She feels led to to bless you with this stuff free. Anybody else that is needing this and is in this situation, we can talk about what we can do to get you these supplements. Okay, we love you. And me and D is standing in proxy for you guys. Let's continue to talk truth, because talk is cheap with J and D Hall. See you soon next week.